Labor's made the big pivot this year on those stage 3 tax cuts. The coalition reluctantly joins Labor. So what about some of the crossbench? Independent MP Allegra Spender joins us now at the desk. Thank you for your time. So you supported stage 3 as it was at the last election. What do you say to a voter in your electorate who thought they'd be getting it and you supported it, and now you support Labor's change?
Look, that's why I really consulted the whole community about this, because I thought it's a significant change for a lot of people. So, I'm seeing, for some people, and about 2/3 of my community are getting more money out of this, but then you've got about 1/3 of people who are getting less, and sometimes substantially less. So I went to the community, and what I heard was that for some people it made a really big difference. And for some of those people who were losing out, about a significant proportion of them said, you know what, I think that's okay. I'm losing out, but frankly, I think other people need it more now. And then other people are really upset. But, ultimately, it is a balancing act, and I have to listen to the whole of the community on this, and that's why I've decided to support this. But I still think we need significant tax reform, and I think that, some of the issues that stage 3 we're addressing still need to be on the table.
So does that mean it looks as though the coalition will take some form of the rest of stage 3 to the next election? Would you be saying, yes, I support that? That still needs to go ahead?
Well, look, what I want to do is see what they see in any package, to be honest. But I certainly support the idea of having less tax on income.
But what about specifically that as a priority?
Yeah,
the rest of stage 3, that income bracket, should that be the next priority?
I think it should be part of any tax package. And what I said about the original stage 3 and what the government has done is to say, look, it's great that you are trying to reduce income taxes, but if you're not doing it with other things at the same time, then we're not actually reforming the tax system as we need to. We need to shift out of income taxes. We need to shift into other areas. And that's particularly true for young people.
I know you want holistic reform. We'll see if that happens. Do you think you might have a trust issue as well? So if you say next time, I do support the other version of stage 3, you could have a crucial vote in the next election. People might say, well, you said that before.
Well, that's, I'll be honest, like when the whole parliament is going to vote for this package, and I think that, the same point I think is made that, frankly, it's a government who has changed their mind. It's a government who's changed what they're doing. I've gone to the community and then asked them what's important to them. But what I've always said is that we need to tax workers less because we need to actually tax, and shift the tax burden. And that's what I'll be doing. And I'm in developing also my own tax package so people can really get a sense of what some of the options are.
So when you have your... Oh. Sorry. So people talk about you as someone who would be a great Liberal minister. Obviously, you have that heritage. People in this parliament, MPs, say that you're a loss to the Liberal Party. There are Liberals who hope you come back to the Liberal Party. Are you frustrated that you can't be part of that sort of process in opposition and government? And the other question I've been dying to ask you, you're reportedly worth $100 million. Why are you in this place?
Wow, these are interesting questions. So in terms of the Liberal Party, I grew up in the Liberal Party, absolutely right. I've worn a lot of Liberal Party T-shirts as a kid. For me, and when I think of my dad as a Liberal and my grandfather who's also a Liberal, they stood for certain values. And that is about long-term thinking, about, supporting, being compassionate, but also supporting enterprise, supporting growth. And I do think that the current Liberal Party is not doing that. And for instance, on the values of my community, we care about climate action. It's a long-term issue. The Liberal Party is not willing to do enough on that. I care about, decency and compassion. And I think, the demonisation of refugees, for example, has been an example where the Liberal Party hasn't been in touch with the broader community. And, finally, I want, long-term sort of integrity and also quality decision-making. And, I'd love to see the Liberal Party get back to that area, but I think I can have a huge impact on the crossbench because, you look at the current tax debate, no one wanted to talk about this. It's actually by driving that through the crossbench and driving that considerably and consistently, I have actually a huge amount of impact in the way that I'd be muzzled.
But why here? Why are you here? Just the second part of that question.
Because I really care. So I really care about the community. I really care about, what happens in this country. And before I did this job, I ran a not-for-profit that helped kids from low socioeconomic backgrounds, get into business and see what opportunities there are.
Money doesn't make you happy. Come on, mate.
And I don't believe everything you read in the papers is the other thing you should...
not worth $100 million. Only 80.
So is that you committing to stand again at the next election, and are you expecting an explosion on the teal front with even more candidates? If you had a lot of people coming to you saying, I'm going to put my hand up as a teal, do you expect we'll see?
Look, I think, the next election is some time away, but I think that, I think there's a lot of really positive energy around. I think what the crossbench has been doing. And I think the point that people are asking for is they're asking people to firstly answer the question, happy to deal with the tough issues and not sort of dodge them or wedge other people about them, but say, you know what, these are big issues that we're facing. There aren't easy answers. This isn't about blaming. This is about trying to make the solutions better. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I think, what I always say is, you'll get judged by your voters. That's all I can possibly do.
And you are running again.
I would love to, continue to serve my community. Let's see if they'll, we've got a bit of time yet to get there.
Did you see it as a compliment that Dave Sharma ran and successfully got the Senate spot for the Liberal Party? Have you seen him to say well done?
I saw him today in the House, actually, when the Prime Minister from Papua New Guinea was there. I went and said hello and congratulations. Because, you know what, I think it's, Dave has some, very many useful qualities, and I think we'll bring a lot of those to the Senate, But I think I'm the one who can actually really support and stand for the values of my community, and I think that's why I was voted in last time.
Fair enough.
All right. Just a final one, actually, on renewable energy. A lot of talk about it this week on where the Nationals positioned. Where do you sit? I mean, if we need power everywhere, what about wind farms off Bondi?
I don't believe in PEP 11, which is about not wind farms off Bondi, but that's about gas exploration off there. I don't think anyone's got plans for Bondi wind farms. But I think it's fair to say that it is important that all the communities come together on this. I don't love this kind of pitching, the city versus the country. I know
it's about to have to go somewhere.
Yeah, they do have to go somewhere, but we've got to work with the community and say, make it work for them. Can we get them, for example, can we get more rewards, cheaper energy to those communities who have those big wind farms around them? How to make sure that they get that benefit too? Because, I appreciate they're doing something that benefits everyone, and I think they should get a benefit too.
Could I leave it there? Allegra Spender, thanks for your time.
Thanks so much.